Moving on from Kirby Air Riders, Andy, you have already talked about this as well, but we got to at least touch on it. And Bless, I don't know if you got your hands on Elden Ring Tarnished Edition on the Switch too.
Yeah, running rough. Not great. Played on the TV. I probably should have played on handheld as well, or maybe gone for handheld first, but wasn't a very smooth experience. Definitely didn't even feel like I was averaging 30 frames per second. It really felt like I was like 25
20.
and below. It was pretty damn rough, especially in a game that requires such quick reflexes. And the more frames you have, the faster the game recognizes your button input, because there are more opportunities to recognize your button input. And yeah, it was a rough time. I think that they were maybe going for let's go for better visual quality, and maybe they need to tone that down to then try to get us more frames possibly. I'm not sure exactly. Nobody knows what's happening with From Software and their technical team, because their games rarely ever come out, and run perfectly on any device, regardless of how strong your machines are. But yeah, wasn't an awesome experience, but it was still, I was like, I played this game a million times. I'm just going to try to take down the Tree Sentinel with the new class. So they have a couple new classes start off with Erd Tree weapons, which is the DLC, which was kind of surprising. One of the new classes they introduced that you could start off with was kind of like a knight character, and you start off, if you know Ball, starts off with a milady, which is a kind of like this sword that you eventually hold out, and it's just like really fast and awesome to use. Couldn't beat the Tree Sentinel with it, but I was getting close. If you gave me like 10 more tries, I would have gotten there, because I was getting like below 50% health. It was just really tough to I was like, I hit dodge there, and it just didn't read it in time, unfortunately. So
I needed to go after Margit, because that was the thing where I did the demo, and I did it on TV first, and I came back later and tried it a little bit on the handheld. But as I was playing the demo, I was like, well, I might as well go for Margit. And as I was doing it, the Nintendo / Bandai PR reps that were there.
Did you get on the horse? Did you get on?
Did I? I think I did. Yes, I did. I did get on the horse. Yeah.
Okay.
They were like, oh, nobody's ever beaten Margit in this demo build, because the demo build, it's another timed one where it cuts off after 15 minutes. And so as soon as it said that, I was like, all right, bet. And then I I beelined for Margit, and I beat Margit with 2 minutes to spare. And they're like, damn, you're the first. And I was like, I got to get Andy to do this too, so we can claim that crown. But Tree Sentinel, it's cool too.
Try to do Tree Sentinel.
It's cool too, Not all of us can,
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I echo everything Andy said. I think I was expecting it to be worse though.
Did you do handheld or TV?
TV.
Okay.
TV first, then I came back and did handheld a little bit.
Oh.
Handheld, I think, felt better than TV. I think because of the smaller screen, some of the visual stuff just didn't feel as aggressively bad. But even on TV, the frame rate for sure felt sub 30, but I think I expected it to be worse based off of the Gamescom previews. I wouldn't be surprised if this build was slightly tweaked or slightly better based off.
I had heard rumors from people that this was an updated build from the Gamescom build, but you could have fooled me. I would have assumed this to me this was as bad as you can have a game this big from a company that large running on one of the biggest company's consoles. It was just not very, very subpar, not what you want.
Yeah.
I would say.
Hate that. Let's move on to Pokemon Legends ZA. Did both of you play?
Did.
Yes.
I imagine you both played the same 10-ish minute demo that Greg did.
Yeah, it's the same exact one. It's 2 segments, both about 10 minutes long.
And?
I loved it.
Tell me more.
I loved it. I mean, I just love the active sort of, everything being cooldown based and not turn based necessarily. And I wonder how that progresses, and if you can make certain moves have a faster cooldown. It just felt really, really cool. And say what you want about the art style. I don't mind the art style of the newer Pokemon games. It was always just the art style and the hardware it's running on that was the biggest drawback. But man, it was just so nice seeing it look so crisp and running at 60. it's just like, oh, this is what I've wanted. Like finally we've hit the summit. It feels like we're almost there, Tim.
You saying I love it so quickly gave me chills. I'm gonna be honest with you because I didn't expect that coming from you at all.
No, man. I mean, like, we're grading on a curve based on where we're coming from and what we've seen in the past, and just how this game has looked in the past. And I'm grading it on expecting, hey, this is what a Pokemon game looks like, and what I've seen it look like in the past. The lows can go real low.
They're abysmal, yeah.
And it can be really, really disappointing. But I just loved how crisp everything looked, and the fact that it was running so smoothly in 60. And yeah, I just really enjoyed the active running around, dodging the attacks that you need to, pulling out the Pokemon and throwing a new one out. Like all of it it felt cool, and it felt so like you're in the moment right there.
Very cool. And you said that you might have some hesitancy towards it long term. Like, do you think that they'll figure it out and there'll be something there, or are you surprised they're going with this active style that is very different than anything they've ever done?
Well, I think this combat style will very much just be the Legends combat style. I don't know if I'll see. I don't know if
it's different than the last Legends game.
An Arceus.
The last Arceus game was not like it wasn't cooldown based, right? Like
it was a turn-based.
It's the first time we've seen this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I would expect future Legends games to go with this style, and then the mainline games just be their own sort of classic to what Scarlet and Violet had. I enjoyed it. It's different enough to where, I don't love the atmosphere of the only being all city based, but I'm still super stoked to play this whenever it comes out. Like, this is one where, hey, if they only send us one code, will you buy it? Yes, I will be buying this 100%.
Yes.
I wish I liked it more, and I don't think it was bad by any means. I think the active combat here just isn't like my taste as far as like what I look for out of these games. That said, I do think there's a Pokemonization to what they're doing with the active combats. That is kind of nice. When we go in and it is like, you recognize the moves. Hey, do growl, do quick attack or whatever, and it's snappy and it's quick, and like, I'm not somebody who plays many I guess like MMOs with comparable battle systems where it's more active command based. That said, I think this game did the Pokemon thing and condensed that battle system down in a way that is easy to understand and is easy to jump into. But yeah, by the time I finished the demo, I wasn't like, oh man, that was really fun. I think I was kind of like, all right, cool, that's different. But I don't know if like I'm excited for it now. And I think on the flip side of Andy, right, like this game does definitely run smoother and sharper than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and so that was a nice adjustment. But I think I'm over this art style. Like, I look at the environments and I'm like, man, if this wasn't Pokemon, we'd be dunking on this shit. Like, this shit does not feel like it should stand alongside what we view as like the other like, main staples of either JRPGs or Nintendo games, right?
Or just video games.
Or
anything.
Yeah, I think on grading on the curb, Andy's completely correct as far as like, oh yeah, this is a step up, and it's kind of nice to play something that doesn't hurt my eyes necessarily, but I look around in these environments and these characters, and I'm like, man, I wish this was more inspired. Like, I wish I could be like, man, but this looks, not only does it look serviceable, it looks good. Like, I wish that was what I was saying about it.
Yeah, agreed.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. You know that moment. The one when you realized you left your favorite pair of sunglasses at the beach. We've all been there. I'll never forget leaving my incredibly overpriced sunglasses at a restaurant in Santa Monica. That was 13 years ago, and it still haunts me to this day. But then I found Shady Rays and everything changed. Seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now you can actually wear your sunglasses without fear. Y'all know I've been outside in the sun a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm all out and about. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Check this out. You can head to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Shady Rays, use the code funny.
Between busy schedules and summer plans, sometimes all you got is a couple of minutes. Factor helps so many of us here at Kinda Funny eat smarter with tasty, chef-prepped meals that are dietitian-approved and delivered right to my door. And now, with more than 65 weekly meals made for how we live and what I like to eat, we've got even more ways to fit in a real meal wherever the day takes us. On many occasions, Factor has completely saved Greg and Jen when they needed it most. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. Eat smart at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Well, jumping from Mon to Mon, bless, you did something I never, ever thought I'd see. You played 3 hours
Yes.
of Digimon Story Time Stranger.
Yes.
And
I think this game is fucking awesome.
let's
Whoa.
go.
We gotta talk about Digimon more as a gaming
Finally,
industry.
Barrett, our time has come.
Our time has arrived, Tim.
Chat,
Everybody get the goggles.
listeners, games media. When we have our conversations about games coming out and JRPGs and just fucking games to look forward to and all this shit, we gotta make sure to add Digimon games to the equation. Cause why did I barely know that this game was coming up? And like, why is this game so fucking good? Here's my thing, right? Barrett, you gotta check this shit out. Because this is the most Barrett-coded game I've played that I know that you're not, like, that you haven't gotten around to checking out, right? Because it is, I know you like Digimon, and of course,
Fuck with Digimon.
this is Digimon.
Yeah.
But it's Digimon that is filtered through, like, a monster taming / monster collection game, right? It feels like it has so many hints of Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then, tonally, it doesn't feel anywhere as near as kiddie as Pokemon, but then also it's not as demonic as SMT. And so it hits this nice like young adult vibe of, okay, cool, this is a nice, chill, relaxed story. I think the story elements that are there that I experienced are fun. So to break it down, they gave me like 3 hours worth of gameplay here for me to play. They gave us like 4 hours, honestly, of time to play the game. If we wanted to just hang around with the demo and play for the 4 hours, we could. I played the 3 hours and I was like, okay, I'm good. But the 3 hours were segmented into like two 90-minute portions. The first one was the beginning of the game and like the first kind of like dungeon they get you into, which starts off fairly quick. Like the game kind of snaps you in there fairly quickly, which is nice. And then the second portion is further on in the game and they give you like a specific like contained story chapter to play. And story-wise, honestly, the way they set up everything, I'm so out of the loop on Digimon. I didn't watch Digimon as a kid. And so, like, your main character that you play as, it also isn't like this isn't a known character.
No, this is its own kind
This is all its own thing. And so, like, the world that you're jumping into is a world that's, like, you know, they're not, like, expecting you to know anything prior. They're kind of introducing you to a lot of these concepts as if you're a new entry-level player here, which is nice. But also, I was kind of like, all right, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. But then for that second 90-minute portion that they threw us into, I thought that was a good presentation of, oh, wait, I really like what they're doing with story and characters and writing. Because basically, in that second further on section, they drop you into like this beach community of Digimon. And Tim, did you know that Digimon, they talk and hang out and have communities?
Yeah, dude. That's their whole thing.
Champions.
They're chill. Like Digimon be like,
their whole
they
world.
chillin'.
They're just hanging out, man.
They got their own world and shit. And so you go and like you're in this community of this like beach community of Digimon, and then you have this Digimon who's like a healer or like a doctor in the community or whatever, and he's taking care of this one named Divermon, who is from this community of Titans. Do you guys know what Titans are? They're like
No.
these
Eddie George.
I'll say, well, remember the Titans. They're like these underwater, like sea-based Digimon, and the Titans are like known for invading this beach community, and like they're like they antagonize them essentially. And the healer Pokemon or Digimon, sorry, the healer Digimon was taking care of like one of the Titans that just washed up, and the Titan like awakens and he's like, "Damn, y'all actually kind of chill." Like, let's.
What were we fighting for?
Yeah, basically, he was like, "Dang, you guys saved me. You guys took care of me. Like, we gotta squash the beef. Like, let's figure out how to like mend the relationship between the Titans and like this nicer community." And so like you then go through, you like enter the water, you go under the water, and like you're fighting Digimon on the way in like kind of like a dungeon scenario that does feel akin to a Persona or a SMT, where you go through, you do the battles, and the battles feel like a Pokemon. They feel like a SMT. You're throwing out, you're switching out different Digimon that are on your team, and it's like element based. Plus, there's like another rock paper scissors system that is, it's virus. Hold on, I wrote it down here somewhere. It's virus, data, and vaccine. That's like the rock, paper, scissors system that they have in there as well.
Vaxxed?
But you get into the battles. Battles are fun and snappy. One of the Digimon I had was a cool, like, dinosaur-looking dude that had, like, 2 cannons on his arm and then a cannon on his face.
Dude, I love that Digimon always just felt like, you know, when a 4-year-old draws anything.
Dude, Digimon are cool
like,
as fuck.
What if I put a jet on a raptor, and then you would always see like on Twitter where it's like, "Hi, I'm a professional artist and my son drew this jet on a raptor. Let me make it look like, you know, let me upgrade it with my art skills." It's just, they just throw shit together. It's the best.
It's the best. But
Barrett,
yeah,
I'm going to send you a video to assets that I would like you to bring up for us to watch.
a lot of guns and cannons in Digimon
Fuck
also.
yeah, 'cause
a lot of
they're cool.
weaponry.
No Second Amendment.
Like, they really just out there carrying and
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
In Digimon.
I guess full on Second Amendment rather.
But yeah, I really like the underwater section because you go through, you then meet the boss and you get in the fight with the boss. It's the whole thing. I won't spoil it. But that section was super fun from a story perspective. But then also, this game just has a lot of RPG depth to it that really impressed me. Like, this game feels like it's for sickos. Like, if you're an SMT or you like games where you can like build a party of monsters and like really adjust how you stat them and like create the most hardcore perfect team. This game feels tailor-made for that kind of player. One of the things that one of the Bandai team members, they were really excited to show me, was the Digifarm, which exists in like, you know how Clear Obscure has the mansion that appears randomly that you go into, or like Persona has the Velvet Room. Basically, it's that kind of situation where there's a door that shows up and you go into that door. It takes you to, there's a word for it. It's like a space between spaces, you know what I mean? It's like a digi-realm between realms kind of thing. You head in there, it looks like a hotel lobby. You talk to a guy and you get access to the Digifarm where you can place Digimon into to like hang out, chill, adjust their like social stats, and then also allow them to level up over time.
Oh, nice.
Kind of like leaving a Pokemon in a daycare situation. And you can
Come back and the Digimon's like beefing with the other ones. He's like, "You won't fucking wash the dishes, dude." I don't know. Like, he's just,
I'm going to fucking shoot him with my arm cannon.
Ah, shit. And you can customize the Digifarm. You can like give Digimon different like traits, like they can become like amicable or like different. They have different kind of personality
natures and stuff.
Natures that then adjust how they level into certain stats. Shit's deep. This shit seems like it has a lot of depth to it, and I came out of that demo super impressed. Had a lot of fun with it, and I was like, man, Barrett's got to check this thing out
That's
Les,
awesome.
do you know when that game comes out?
soon. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure
No,
it's October.
I know when it comes out. It's
Oh.
the day after Ghost of Yote.
Wow.
It is a little under 2 weeks before Pokemon Legends Za. And that's just like, that's a lot of months.
Here's what I'll say, Barrett.
That's a lot of
Just
months.
Just try it out. It's October 2nd is when this game comes out. And all I'll say is, like, you ain't got to commit to it, Barrett. Just play a little bit of it. See if it's to your liking. That's all I'll say. The game gets you in quick. It gets you in quick. I was very impressed in the first 90 minutes. I finished, I pretty much finished a dungeon. And so, 90 minutes.
My hesitation was more so the length of the game. Just because all of the things that you're talking about, I'm like, okay, this is going to be a 60-hour ride, possibly, question mark. And so,
Probably.
yeah.
I played Digimon Story Cyber
Cyber
Sleuth
Sleuth.
on a Vita. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was like 60 something.
So it's one of those, like, I know Pokemon Legends Za is probably going to be like 15 to 20 hours.
Here's what I'll say. And chat's saying it too. Demo's out this week.
Oh shit!
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
but
a
here's the
stream.
thing: is like I even though I beat Silk Song, I feel like there's a lot more
you
to
got
do
more
in
to do
Silk
there.
Song. So
Goes
yeah.
to see you
Like-
later. We're playing Digimon. You know?
Demo's not gonna. Demo's like gonna be like what, an hour at most.
Who knows, man? These RPG demos
But
sometimes
those
they're
demos
fucking
are always like,
crazy.
here's a bunch of story stuff, and you're barely gonna play the game.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Metaphor Fantasia demo was like 3 hours or 4 hours.
Timmy, do you want me to bring up
Yes,
this video?
please play this video.
Right to bear arms, yes. What if we gave that Pokemon a Glock? Yes. I've had him on the little loaf of bread with wings. Have it evolve into the Herald of the Heavens, into God's most feared executioner. He shall evolve into a giant wolf, and then giant werewolf, and then into cybernetic mech wolf that shoots missiles out of his chesticles, yes. Now that you mention it, I want everyone to shoot missiles out of their chesticles, yes. Pokedex, preposterous.
That
The
really how
Digivice,
it is.
For their digital destinies, yes. But how shall we end each of their names? What if War Greymon was the coolest character ever designed? What if War Greymon was exquisite? The only thing cooler than War Greymon will be Dark War Greymon, yes. The enemy shall be defeated by the power of friendship, yes. I yearn for this little creature to evolve into a canon, yes. Our first official film. A comprehensive narrative? No thank you. Splice up 3 random episodes, smash them together, and it will be exquisite. This enemy is incredibly powerful. However shall we defeat them? Friendship. What if Ash was really into goggles? Yeah. Yes. Grant him the leadership goggles.
I thought he was
So
doing.
good.
I thought he was doing a Jordan Peterson impression.
That's
at first.
really good. I can't figure out the name. This might be. I saw a Digimon that was straight up just a gun, like just a pistol.
Oh,
And
sick.
I Google searched Digimon that's a straight up gun, and I'm pretty sure this is a different Digimon that's also
shit.
a gun. Like they really just be putting guns and cannons and weaponry on these things,
The first evolution of the gun, it was a fox.
and I appreciate it. I love this.
Okay,
shit.
since we're here, Barrett, I know we're running long, but I need to show Blessing Gatomon.
Okay.
And then
My main critique. I don't like that they all end with Mon.
yeah, but that's
that's the
it is
thing,
is
you know?
what it is, man.
It's doing too much.
It's yeah.
There was also
there's
a
no going
Digimon-
back at this point.
There was a Digimon in my preview that I'm pretty sure was just a straight up child, by the way. And I don't know
Oh,
if that's
yeah.
a story thing.
I mean, things get weird.
Where I thought you were just a homie.
There
and
are
then
children,
and then they entered the battle. And I was like, oh, you're doing attacks. What is happening?
If you can bring up Gatomon, please.
I'm on it. I know where you're going with this.
Voxbox in the chat says Gato man.
Gatomon.
Awesome. So Gatomon, for those that don't know, was there was 7 Digidestined in the original show. But then, of course, there's actually an 8th Digidestined. Think about the Green Ranger and Power Rangers. They had to go
Okay.
find Kairi, Ty, Goggle Boy, his little sister. We eventually get from the digital world to the real world. And she has a partner Digimon, Gatomon. What do you think Gatomon turns into in its ultimate form?
I bet you something that doesn't make sense. Because that was the other thing I noticed. There's no rhyme or reasons to these Digivolutions? What do they call them?
Digivolutions.
Digi-
Yes.
yeah.
Barrett,
It's a
can you
mouthful.
please show a picture of
Jesus.
Anjawomon.
Anja Woman.
Anjawomon.
Because there's Anjumon
Anjamon.
and Anjawomon.
Wood.
Wow. Aja Woodmon. Woodmon.
All right, everybody, let's move on.